Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a few days since I've done any of the Living Clean book. Um, so just know that it's not that I just haven't had time. Really, is what it is. Okay, yeah. Well, welcome back, everybody. If you're joining me for this reading, um, it's December 13th today. Wow, we're getting close to Christmas. Um, Today's reading is called Thrill Seeking and Adventure. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is John Clayton. I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, and I've been clean and sober since February 21st, 2021. And we're going to continue out of the Living Clean book. And if you happen to have a book, the Living Clean book, and you're wanting to follow along, we're on page 95, which is chapter 4, Our Physical Selves. So let's just get started. Thrill seeking and adventure. Long after the obsession to use is lifted, many of us still seek a rush in other ways. The drive for excitement leads us to live full and exciting lives, rich with adventure. We are unafraid to take risks and pursue the opportunity to do the things we always wish we could. Sometimes, though, it seems like we just get strung out of our own adrenaline, whether it's gambling, sex, or creating drama in our lives. We can ramp up so fast that it's hard to scale back down. We may distract ourselves with risky behavior when we are trying to fill a void or block a feeling. It is up to each of us to find a balance between chasing a destructive rush and really living our lives to the fullest. Surprising numbers of us are found of extreme sports. A member who spends his weekend scaling glaciers said, "In those moments when I really am on the edge of life and death, when I'm not sure how I'm going to find my next foothold, then I feel present to the moment. I'm not thinking about the bills or the wife or the job, just how good it is to be alive and how I'm going to stay that way." Some of us take really some of us take on competitive sports or bodybuilding and get really excited about what we are doing. We find a passion and commitment for these activities that seemed lost in our addiction. We have the freedom to try new things and take new risks. Many of us are partial to motorcycles, and a similar impulse may lead us to ride. We may take the sense of freedom as well as the power and the risk. Some of us drive out some of us drive our cars very fast and share that the excitement is not just going fast, but knowing we are getting away with something. We may think this doesn't apply to us until our sponsor suggests that we try obeying all traffic laws for a week. Just as an experiment, while some of us find acceptable ways to chase the rush throughout our recovery, others find the need settles down after a while, or the wreckage we create just gets to be too much. Sometimes, without an outlet for our energy, we just sit in our own anxiety. It can be surprising to learn that anxiety comes from the same source of our enthusiasm. It can be useful energy if we channel it, or it can be incredibly destructive. The same power that fuels our destructive impulses can fuel our excitement, creativity, and ambition. It can drive us to adventure or chaos. Like so much of what we uncover about ourselves, it can be an asset or a defect depending on how we use it. When I found myself in self centered fear, said one member, I would take risks that would ultimately cause me to lose everything. I was living on the edge, clean, so I could feel something other than the abyss of not using. I filled the void with things like gambling, shopping, anything that made me feel powerful. When I am powerless, now that I can see myself more clearly, I realize that I have to be more aggressive with treating my disease, taking it taking its deadly nature into account. At some moments, it may feel like we are holding on to our recovery with both hands. There are times when we just bulldoze through an obsession to use or act out in some other way. These are times when fear of our disease leads us to shut down, resist change, or fear novelty because anything that takes us out of our routine might put us at risk. But recovery doesn't always have to be about ducking. When we know our lives are in the care of a loving power greater than ourselves, we are able to let go. Some of us express this very literally, going skydiving or bungee jumping as a way of reality, as jumping as a way to really step out. For most of us, through letting go is a little less dramatic. We start to experience life as an adventure and apply that willingness to try in other areas of our lives. Hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting reading, isn't it? You know, I tried the bungee thing once. It was a pretty scary experience. I even tried the drop zone at the West Edmonton Mall, which is kind of like a bungee jump minus the bungee. But I've done chaotic things like that, and and that's kind of interesting to say because I have a fear of heights today. Like I could be watching something on TV, and if it shows you looking off a building, I get the butterflies in the belly. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But ironically, though, it's on my bucket list to jump out of an airplane. I don't think I'll ever do it because I have this major fear that I'll probably have a heart attack on my way down, just because of the sheer panic. But needless to say, though, it is on my bucket list. That would be the ultimate in freedom, wouldn't it? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you. I look forward to doing these readings. I mean, I'm trying to make more routine on how I do it. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm getting there, surely but slowly. I mean, this isn't the only channel I'm doing right now, so you know, I'm I wouldn't say that I'm spreading myself thin, but I am trying to come up with other ideas to even come up with other channels. And I've got 5 YouTube channels on the go right now. And as I come up with ideas, that'll probably increase. So, if nobody's told you today that they love you, well, I love you, and we will see you all again real soon. Bye for now.